Hey, I'm the Confused Ogre, and today I'm going to teach you one of my favorite snow bases. I call it Snowdrift.
Let's paint.
Okay, so I'm going to be starting with one of my prepped magnetic bases. I've got a bunch of these ready to go, and I usually give the top a good sanding or filing so I don't have any issues with rocks or paint sticking. For the second step, I'm going to pick whatever rocks go with the theme of the project. Today, I'm just going to be using one rock. And if you've been watching my videos, you know I'm a big fan of this Loctite super glue. Really seems to hold anything that is not plastic to plastic. So here we go, get your rock glued on, and we're ready to move on to priming. So you can prime that base before gluing the rock, but I like that glue contact from the plastic to the rock, so I usually glue it on first, then I hit the primer by hand. So since we're doing snow, I picked this Vallejo white primer. Make sure that there is no black of that base that's going to be showing through the snow. Once the white is done, I jump over to the black primer for the rock. Now you might have to do a couple coats, depend on what materials and what paints you're using. Just as long as we got really good coverage on the base and the rock, you should be good to go. The next step for this base is our dry brushing. I'm a big fan of dry brushing. It's a lot of fun and gives a good result. You can pick any different shades of grays that you want at this point. I usually start with a nice dark gray, build up to a brighter one. You can see here that white in the crack wasn't completely dried, and I ended up pulling up some of the white, and instead of starting over or backing up a step, I just went with it, and I really liked the effect that it gave being with the snow. That lighter gray underneath really helped add to the effect. And as you can see here, I've finished up the dry brushing with this light gray and got all the highlights done, and I like the result, so we're going to move on to the next step. Now usually I like saving the painting on the rim for the very last step, right? It's a good capstone, good finishing touch that makes it feel like your base is complete. However, with the snow we're using, I found that if you get a little bit bleed over on this snow, it's hard to clean up, hard to make look good. So I get that rim done first before jumping over to this AK terrain snow. Now I'm a big fan of this terrain snow. It gives a little bit more of a cartoony effect. It's a lot more fluffy and marshmallowy than a lot of the other snow products you'll find that you might have seen. So with this snowdrift, this fresh snow all over the place, this is the one I picked to go with. And we're just going to smear it on over there and kind of lather it up, build it up around the rock as if the snow is, you know, being blown into the cracks and crevices and up on top of the rock here. So here's a step, you can take it or leave it. I just throw a little light blue contrast, even watered down a little more, just to give it a subtle hint of this blue frosty tint. The base does look a little plain with it all being white snow, so I like this little effect just to tweak it a touch. Our last step is adding vegetation. I use my X-Acto knife here, scratch away some of that snow so I get a good bond from the base right to the plant. I use a little stick here to make sure that glue doesn't go anywhere I don't want it. And I use this method, we'll just call it darting, where I hold back all of those leaves and branches, kind of roll it into a little dart, and shoot it right on there. You can use the X-Acto knife at this point and really squish it down and kind of mold it how you want. There we go. 1 winter snow base. Snowdrift. Good luck, guys. Have fun, and we will catch you next time.